Hi, I'm Andy Pasternak. I just want to take a few minutes to introduce you to search engine marketing, which I'll explain as we go through this presentation. But my goal is to lay out an actionable plan to meet the short-term goal of increasing revenue generation for LaPaloma Films, but equally as important, to build the foundation for expanded long-term goals the business may have in the future. Of course, you're probably familiar with search engines like this one here. Why? Well, because we use them all the time when we're looking for information online. In fact, you've probably used it to research things related to your own business or even to obtain products or services that are critical to your daily operations. Search marketing was a $12 billion industry in 2007 and is projected to reach $25 billion in 2011. Why? Because people rely on search engines to help them find what they need. Do you ever get the feeling that there are people or other businesses out there that are paying someone else lots of money for services that you offer, but are getting a far inferior product than what you could deliver? Well, I'm guessing that is happening, and I'd be willing to bet most of the time it's simply because people couldn't find you, and they might not even know you exist. Making just some of those connections would give you the chance to build strong relationships with clients that could pay huge dividends in the years to come. Let's suppose you are looking for video production related services. So we'll run a search for production services, which pretty accurately describes your business from what I know. Google returned 102 million results related to those two keywords, but LaPaloma Films isn't anywhere on this first page of results, as you may already know. And in fact, I used an automated web ranking software to find where among the 102 million results LaPaloma Films was ranked for the search we did, and it's not ranked at all. Actually, just about one of the only ways a user is going to find your website through a search engine is to enter LaPaloma Films directly into the search field, which means they would have already needed to have known about your business or heard about you somewhere else and remembered the exact name of your business. There's really no way to sugarcoat it except to say that things can only get better from here. So, with that in mind, let's start with breaking down this page so you can see what's happening. On the top of the page here and along the right-hand side of the screen are all paid advertisements, which companies choose to run when a user enters a search for a specific keyword or keyword terms. Organic or natural unpaid results show up here in the center and receive 85% of the traffic compared to the paid ads. There's a lot more work that goes into getting your content to naturally rank high in the search engine results, which we can go into more depth on later, but for the best immediate results, we should look into setting up an account to run ads for various keyword terms that are right in the wheelhouse of services that LaPaloma Films offers. This will allow us to start driving these users to your website almost immediately, but to get started, we will need to create new web pages that are specifically designed for each keyword or search term that we want to target. A paid search account will allow us to see in near real time how our ads are performing, so we can test different ideas in pursuit of highly optimizing our content and using what we learn in paid search to start applying the same concepts to the rest of the LaPaloma Films website, so that the new content starts increasing natural, unpaid organic search results for the business, allowing far more traffic to the site, costing less money, and converting a higher percentage of those visitors into paying customers. The problem with the site right now is that it's built completely in Flash, which is extremely difficult for search engines to scan through and determine what your content is all about, because Flash is essentially one giant impenetrable container that contains the information search engines need to feed on. Think of it as a video on a VHS tape. If you only caught a few images of that video, it would be almost impossible to make a determination as to what that video is about. So what I propose we do is rebuild the current website in HTML format instead of Flash. This will take 2 to 3 weeks and cost approximately $1,500. And then the first paid ad campaign we should run will be for a newly designed homepage optimized for the keyword terms production services, because this would allow us to overlap some keywords like film production services or video production services as we build out the content. We would also be running different ads to find the best combination in terms of the ad's headline, text, and even the offer, which will be extremely beneficial to know when continuing to build out the site and other content to rank highly in the natural unpaid search results. So now let's take a look at the numbers. There are 33,100 searches for production services in the US per month, and that amount of exposure far outweighs the 100 to 150 people per month currently being exposed to the website. The only time we'd pay for the ad, though, is when a user clicks on the ad and is brought to the new homepage. The cost per click Google estimates at $1.61, with an average of 10 clicks per day, coming out to cost roughly $18.50, or to be conservative with our estimate, $750 per month for our budget. Taking into account the various services and types of projects you told me about, I've averaged together a typical transaction value of $5,000. Working with these numbers, you could expect an additional 480 visitors to your site per month, and converting just 1.5% of those into paying clients would give you an additional 7 projects and $36,000 a month. Expanding upon these efforts by applying what we've talked about here throughout the whole LaPaloma site, as well as leveraging other affiliations the company already has online, the end result would be a highly relevant, high-ranking website with revenue-generating pages highly optimized to target, attract, and convert qualified audiences interested in the types of services LaPaloma provides. Thank you for your time, and please feel free to reach out to me with any further questions.